two. We're getting into this palace fast and getting out faster. Once you do the necessary, we're wiping it off the map.
Roger that, Jackal 1. We're not sticking around for tea.
Probably dreadful anyway.
We're looking for a bunker. Our best guess is that we can access it on the far side of the grounds.
We'll see it through. After that, it's up to Talon 1 to lift us all out in one piece.
That's my preference.
So let's get to it then. We're nearly there.
Set! Palace gate's just ahead!
Look alive, people. They know we're coming. Fire at will!
We got snipers! They're falling back into the palace!
The bunker's behind the palace. Let's go. After you, Kate.
He's down! Bunker door ahead.
Make a pass!
Pantheon!
Take him out!
They got this bunker on heavy lockdown.
Must be guarding something important.
Don't say!
Case Adler on me. We're going down.
We'll hold the area.
Be quick about it!
Hostiles inside.
Cover!
We're clear. Let's go.
This better be it. Really make you work for it, don't they?
Good God.
Saddam's hoarding millions down here.
Hell, this gold toilet's worth that much.
We trade it all for a WMD. We're close. Clear.
What the hell happened in here?
Biohazard cabinet. Must be the demonstration Alawi mentioned.
How about that hard case there? Check it out. What do we got?
The cradle.
Pantheon has a goddamn biological weapon. And they put this in Saddam's hands too?
A sample of it, based on what I'm seeing in here.
What'd you find?
A disc. Some notes, all in Russian. The project's headed by Matvey Gusev.
Sounds like you know him.
I recognize the name. Gusev was a scientist in the Soviet Union's biological weapons program, Biopreparat. Intelligence had him fleeing Russia last year. Then he vanished.
Gusev gave the Pantheon a Soviet bioweapon?
No. According to this, the cradle came from somewhere else. A research facility I'm familiar with. It's American.
American?
All right, visiting time's over, you three. We need your help up here.
Topside. Let's move.
Get what you wanted?
Not exactly, but we got what we needed.
We need to clear a pickup zone. Let's get to the palace rooftop.
Helos incoming!
Jackal 1-1, we've got an enemy bird to the east. Tango's on the ground approaching your position.
Copy that! Let's give them what we got!
We got a stash of weapons over here. We've got a stash of weapons over here. And Iraqis on the way.
Jackal 1, this is Talon 1. We'll have a quick clear position. Prepare for extraction.
Talon 1, too hot! We got enemy halos in the air!
Roger, maintaining distance.
They keep coming!
Vehicles incoming from the south.
More Rockies incoming! Keep hold of the roof!
Bunch of Pantheon and Iraqis on the way.
Jackal 1, this is Talon 1. We'll have a quick reposition. Prepare for extraction.
Talon 1, too hot! We got enemy halos in the air!
Roger, maintaining distance.
All enemy halos neutralized. Nice work!
Look out for frag! RPG!
Alan 1, airspace is clear. Get over here.
Moving in, Jackal 1.
Get ready! We need suppression!
Initiating.
Go, go, go!
Come on, load up!
Going vertical.
Come on, target's yours.
Confirmed. Incoming.
Enjoy the view! You've been saving that one, haven't you?
It's good seeing you again.
Well, look at that, Handler. We actually agree on something.
The Pantheon has a biological weapon. The papers we found in that bunker, they had a name attached. Matt V. Gusev, a Soviet weapons scientist. We think he's still in Iraq, somewhere. Adler's volunteered to stay behind and track his ass down. I'll have Felix examine the disc we found while the rest of us investigate the origin of the cradle. If Adler's right, this thing may have come from a research facility on U.S. soil. A Soviet scientist and an American bioweapon. What the hell are we getting into?
You've asked Harrow about this supposed research facility.
She's not picking up. Told her to look into Livingston.
You think something's happened to her?
If it has, it's my fault.
The weight of the world on your shoulders. We know the risks.
Yeah, well, this isn't exactly what I imagined.
Because it's not just about you.
How'd you feel about coming with me in case stateside?
I'd consider it.
Felix still in the kitchen.
Don't complain. We ate well while you were off wandering the desert.
He should be decrypting the disk Adler found. We need whatever's on it. Hey, Chef, you cracked that disk yet?
Patience, please. Cryptography is like preparing pufferfish. Rush through it and risk losing everything.
Okay.
Is he planning to serve us pufferfish?
Hey, you said no complaining.
I did, didn't I? Let me know when we're close to leaving.
Me.
Yo, ask for help, man.
Fuck you too.
Fine, have fun.
Does it look like I'm having fun?
No, that's not what I meant. You got dealt a bad hand.
You're gonna get dealt bad hands, kid. With us, the stakes are high.
To be honest, I don't think I could have done it. Come back home after what happened in Panama. Trusted anyone again? Go to battle for it. Adler believed the Pantheon gained access to a military research facility called Advanced Technologies and Applications.
Sounds impressive.
It's located in eastern Kentucky. The building is marked as Cosper Solutions on the surface. Underneath, it's a whole different story.
This place looks pretty remote. Nothing but forest and hills. We should park a few miles out, hike the rest of the way in.
Once we're inside, our target is the biotechnology wing. Adler thinks that's where the Cradle may have come from. We need some answers on what this thing does.
Didn't you say Adler worked there at some point?
Briefly, about 10 years ago. He mentioned unusual, classified programs there using human subjects. Then suddenly the place was shut down and quarantined after a biohazard incident.
The Cradle.
It's sure looking that way. Seb, how's it going on your side?
Still looking for a way in. The north doors are totally sealed. You?
Case and I are in Southgate utility entrance. Looks like someone's been through here recently. Used the freight elevator. Chains broken. All right, Matt's going. Your turn. Hey, jump! Hang on, I'm... Hey! Well, you're still alive, that's something. Sev and I will look for another way down. I'll let you know once we're inside. Go ahead and see if you can find the biotech entrance. Be careful. Try to limit any more exposure. Whatever's in the air.
Attention all staff and visitors. We are currently experiencing a hazardous material in... Attention all staff and visitors. We are currently experiencing a hazardous material incident. This is not a drill.
Biotechnology restricted. Please see security for access.
It's for you.
It's fantastic to see you again, Case 1. How have you been feeling? A friendly reminder that most of the facility is off limits to patients. I hope you understand.
Welcome back, Case.
Biotechnology restricted by Security Access 4. 4 director key cards required for entry.
Airflow control is currently malfunctioning.
Bringing back memories yet? We thought we'd never see this place again. Those are the stairs we want. The cradle can't hurt us anymore. We're special. Special since we first experienced the cradle. 10 years ago.
Good morning. Welcome to Advanced Combat Research. ACR employees are reminded that authorized safety equipment must be run on the testing floor at all times.
Case might be having comm issues. Radio south for a while now.
Case, are you getting any of this?
Clouds of this shit everywhere. Looks like the whole place is toxic.
You don't think it can get through skin, do you?
Go and say something like that.
Rattling's hook platforms should be safety locked when not in testing. Reminder that weapons should be unloaded and locked away at the end of every shift.
Lift out of order.
Lift malfunction detected. Please wait for technical support. Please join us Thursday at 4 p.m. to celebrate.
If you've made it to advanced combat research, you must have friends in high places. And they probably got here using one of the most cutting-edge tools in development. The grappling hook. The wonders of tomorrow are in ACR today. If you've made it to advanced combat research, you...
staircase. 3 more keycards to go. Look up. We're stronger and faster than the rest, Case. That's what the cradle was originally designed to do.
Hey, sit rep. Haven't heard from you at all. Everything okay?
You hearing gunfire?
Yeah. Sounds like it's coming from one of the lower floors.
Hey, there's someone upstairs. Classified material should not leave the facility.
Ever seen evidence of these human experiments I've told you about? Me either. Maybe it was happening below.
The staff was absolutely thrilled with the results of last week's Cradle trial. You're exceeding all of our expectations. In fact, we think you're ready for the next step.
Director keycard accepted.
Airflow redirection activated. A hazardous material event is ongoing.
Someone left something important inside that bathysphere case. There it is.
Control room access gate opened.
We'll need to drain the water to get to it.
esteemed visitor. Welcome to the Cognitive Research Lab. In CR, state-of-the-art neuroscience and psychology point the way to the future. Exploring the previously unimagined possibilities of the human mind.
Drain switch locked. Drain switch locked. Drain switch locked.
Drain switches 1, 2, and 3 are locked. Override timer initiated. 25 seconds remaining.
You remember the tests in the bathysphere? After treating us with the cradle, they tried to mold us into the perfect soldier. They planned to break down the walls of mind and body.
Training complete. Bathysphere structural integrity compromised. Please exit the bathysphere pool immediately. Safety hazard detected.
esteemed visitor. Welcome to the Cognitive Research Lab. In CR, state-of-the-art neuroscience and psychology point the way to the future. Together, we're exploring the previously unimagined possibilities of the human world.
Keycard. Two left to find. The Cradle Project failed us, Case. We were out of control, violent, maniacal, and in our rage we sabotaged this facility. Contaminated it with the same poison that runs in our veins. Remember? Keycard. Two left to find. The Cradle Project failed us, Case. We were out of control, violent, maniacal, and in our rage we sabotaged this facility. Contaminated it with the same poison that runs in our veins. Remember? Keycard. Two left to find. The Cradle Project failed us, Case. We were out of control, violent, maniacal, and in our rage we sabotaged this facility. contaminated with the same poison that runs in our veins. Remember?
That you, Marshal? It's me. Finally. This place is a maze. Thank God the backup power is running. Maybe a trigger can get the interior.
Please report suspicious behavior to your immediate supervisor. If you see something, say something. A hazardous material event is ongoing. Please evacuate.
Hello, Pioneer, and welcome to Advanced Technologies and Applications.
Hey, I think we found another way to process. Now you'll be able to reach from the low level. Hope you found that elevator by now.
Airflow control is currently malfunctioning.
Director keycard accepted.
Upon evacuating the building, please remain in the parking lot. Staff and visitors should wait in the line corresponding to the first letter of their last name. Materials should not leave the facility without prior authorization. to collect personal possessions. Evacuate immediately. Thank you.
You're not alone.
Unauthorized access to joint operations. Please report it immediately. Thank you.
I think Springer mentioned this already, but we're moving you to 24-hour observation. Restraints may be necessary at times as well. I sincerely apologize. Just until we understand these recent behavioral changes. Safety is our top priority.
Track it down, Case. It has the keycard we need.
Few are privileged enough to see the inside of joint operations. So welcome. Here, the effects of airborne agents on urban environments are studied in tireless detail. Whether it's for offensive or defensive purposes, we're all more secure in the end.
They tried so hard to perfect the Cradle case, but the side effects couldn't be stopped. As we know, we were the first and last trial volunteer. So its makers repurposed it into a biological weapon.
Director keycard required. Director keycard required. Director keycard accepted.
Classified materials should not leave the facility without prior authorization. Please evacuate the facility in an orderly manner. Your cooperation is appreciated.
I regret to inform you of this, but funding was pulled from the Cradle program last night. Don't worry, we're going to make sure you get the support you need after this. No one will know this took place. You may not even remember much yourself. But regardless, I think you're going to make one hell of an operative, Case 1.
Documented the making of the Cradle here. They used to take their reports to the director. Now it's up to us. Maybe he'll give us his key card in return. On the first report, they were all complicit.
Administration, the unsung heroes of advanced technology and application. Welcome to the service. Data collection, mining, resource management.
Rundown 3 to go. We'll find the missing reports for him. But next to the chalkboard. Another report. That's 2 reports. 2 left. deserve this. Thanks to the chalkboard.
Administration, the unsung heroes of advanced technologies and applications. Welcome to the Nerve Center. Data collection.
Good job. Three reports. One more to go. The director wants those reports, Case. There's one more report to find. That's the last report. There we are. I knew we couldn't trust him. He has the keeper. Don't let him get away. Hold it to me. Excellent work. That's all the key cards. If you know the origins of the Pantheon case, they were a CIA branch, unknown to even the other Black Ops divisions.
Director keycard accepted. Access to biotechnology granted.
After the incident here, Livingston shut the Cradle program down. They dissolved the Pantheon branches. Livingston was uncomfortable with their methods. Afterwards, we were rehabilitated.
Remember your training, Case 1. You can never speak of the Cradle program or the Pantheon division. Never. Doing so could have unpredictable consequences.
There you are. Okay. Why, Kate?
Case! It's me. It's Marshall. I think he's coming too. Whatever trip you've been on, I'm glad I wasn't invited. Easy on your feet. Can't believe you even made it up here.
Case, we have something. Check it out. Someone took a large batch of whatever this stuff is. Last summer by the looks of it.
The Pantheon. This must be the cradle.
What is it? A hallucinogen?
Seems so. In case you were ready to tear us both apart. Never seen that look in your eyes before. Hope we don't see it again. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hey! Something you should see.
No popcorn?
I'm serious.
Well, you got my attention. You cracked the disc.
Indeed.
No. You must make sure that... Yes, you have it.
Ready, Dr. Gusev?
Bring her in. Test subject 18 has been infected with the cradle. She's now in proximity to our control subject. Transmission should occur momentarily.
It's a biological weapon. You know this already.
Keep watching.
Is it faster this time?
Faster, yes. And more aggressive, as requested.
Wonderful.
Isn't that your friend? Harold?
You did it.
Apparently so.
Turn it off.
There's still a few more minutes.
I said turn it off!
Need you! Grab the other end, will you? Good to see you up. I imagine that bender you were on is still taking a toll. And you know, learning that your friend is a huge bitch. At least you missed the house collapse last night. Right into the water. I don't know about you, but I might start sleeping outside. Let's drop them right here.
Somebody!
I don't want to bother Marshall.
So slow.
What? This again?
It's near the end of the video. Listen.
Okay.
Listen. I was able to isolate Gusev's audio. This moment in the background. Now.
Still waiting for B-24.
B-24. A wire from Fucina.
Who the hell's Fucina?
I have no idea.
Not who. What? Fucina is the casino Lutazzi. Only the Lutazzis and their business partners use that alias. Adler suspected an Avalon faction was connected with the Pantheon. Now we know.
Not bad. What about B-24?
I have done some work for the Lutazzis, regrettable yet profitable. I have a contact that might be willing to shed light on that.
Let's help Felix connect the dots here. So have you two. We need a plan.
Marshall! Can I talk to you? You're unusually quiet.
No one here believes your contagious case. But a little more space, if you don't mind.
You need to hear.
Case.
Not what you want to hear.
Beginning to think you're invincible.
We can't talk about it.
You still with
What I
me?
was told. Trusted what the people in my life told me. Know what that got me?
A life of crime.
Loss. The only person real in my life.
Is
The only
Livingston
person
a
who
world-class
saw me,
asshole?
real me.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Forever.
But Harrow? She's unhinged. Not sure if I buy them being in the same league.
No, the rules have changed. But the game hasn't. Either accept defeat or take a stand.
Do I think it was Harrow? Don't know. Probably. Pantheon's got a war chest. Could be she traded me, Mason, and Hudson for a mountain of cash. Raul Menendez is swimming in drug money. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Shit's getting heavy.
Been a day, huh, Case? The person you trust the most is the one most capable of hurting you. I do feel for Marshall. Years ago, I was involved with someone. His name was Pascal, another member of the guild. I had never met anyone like him. Someone who didn't take me at face value. He was convinced I wasn't a killer at heart, that I cared too much. And I believed him. I told guild leadership that I no longer wanted that life. They confided in me. They knew that Pascal was an operative from a rival family. He had infiltrated the guild to sow discord, take our secrets. They had the evidence. So they had me orchestrate his assassination. The most difficult thing I've ever done. Yes. But it probably won't shock you, Case, to learn what happened next. The whole thing was a lie. He was innocent. I fled the guild and vowed to myself that I would bring the whole house down. Pascal was right about one thing. I do care too much. But he also got something wrong. I am a killer. Irreversibly. If you'd like.
B24, it turns out, refers to a safe deposit box contained within the Casino Lutazi's archive room. As for the wire mentioned on the disc, I assume the Pantheon is funding their research through laundered casino money.
Whatever's in that box, my money says it points us right to Gusev.
That's the hope. So we're gonna blow open their vault, but it's not the cash we're after.
Inside the vault is the only place I can override the archive room's security.
And while the Lutazis are distracted by our heist, Case is gonna infill the archive room and find the box.
Even getting close to that room will be tough.
Not if casino security escorts Case right into the wing containing the archive room.
Where they usually question persons of interest.
Case is going to get captured on purpose.
Precisely.
It's dangerous, and it's gonna take all 5 of us to pull it off. Starting with me at the high roller table. Winning big there sets our whole plan into motion.
We'll be ready.
I know you will. Let's find out what the Pantheon's hiding in that casino.